Hello and a very warm welcome. You're watching NewsX. I am Rishabh Gulati. Destiny is a matter of choice, not a matter of chance, wrote Valmiki, the author of the story written in prose that became an epic for the ages. The story of Ram, of Ravan, of Sita, of Hanuman, of the pious and the understanding of good and evil. For many, it's an article of faith. For some, Jai Shri Ram is a matter of religion. For others, it's the routine of a simple hello. But this epic does not bestow commandments, not proclaim itself the word of God, but of godly deeds of man and woman, rooted in a prehistory lost to the mists of time, but made vivid in their retelling. Something historic is happening in Ayutthaya. Not a once-in-a-lifetime event, a once-in-history event. And here we are to witness it. At the very least, a bitter property dispute in the family has been settled to the betterment of the entire family. But perhaps at the most, a cauterization and catharsis is upon us. India, that is Bharat, needs a rediscovery, a second independence, an independence of the mind. For the British left us convinced and brainwashed that we are two nations, made two nations, and let division roost as a final contemptuous hurrah. Progress, ladies and gentlemen, is not a straight line. It is gotten and dotted with the ruin of not only empires, but of civilizations. A classical revitalization is now emerging on the face of the planet here in India. A revival of the best of virtue, a renaissance, a punarjagaran. In Europe, a rediscovery of classical times led to Michelangelo and Da Vinci. They led to Newton and a scientific boom. India is now at the cusp of that moment. Far from leaving our lives Ram Bharose, let us take this moment to free ourselves from the vicissitudes of the past. Let us rediscover who we are. For a people without a history are children who neither know whence they came or whither they go. We are live today not only from Ayutthaya, but from the far corners of this world where the story is told and lived by countless souls, much to our genuine surprise. Let's share that story with you in this special telecast as we kick off from Bali, from Ayutthaya, from Phnom Penh, and in Vietnam with our colleagues and reporters that are joining us from across these regions in Southeast Asia. Let's begin in Thailand. Ladies and gentlemen, if you land in Bangkok, you land at the Swarna Bhumi International Airport. The Golden Land. Yes, it is no coincidence it's Sanskrit. It's no coincidence that the head of the Thai state is King Rama X. It is no coincidence that their emblem is the Garuda. It is no coincidence because in the 14th century, just down the flowing river of the river that runs through Bangkok, there stood the kingdom of Ayutthaya with its roots perhaps dating back to the 8th and 9th centuries. In a country that is 95% Buddhist, it is no coincidence that it shares its civilizational roots with Ayutthaya. Joining us now on the broadcast is Patpon Sabaitun. He is on location in Ayutthaya in Thailand. Patpon, thank you so very much for not only joining us on this telecast, but doing this special report for us here on NewsX. I know there's a special report pending after this, but I want to quickly run you through some basics. What was your experience now that you visited this place? Patpon, if you can hear me.
Ayutthaya. Walking through its historic ground, you're instantly transported back in time. It's like a movie set, but real. Picture the Wat Prasisan Pet with its grand stupas. This is once a holiest site in the whole kingdom. You can almost hear the prayers echoing through time. And then that is Buddha in Wat Pamahathat, with roots around it, like nature's embrace. Each step in Ayutthaya is a step into a story. Stories of kings, commoners, and monks. You are walking where history was made, among architectural marvels that was once the envy of the world. Ayutthaya isn't just a bunch of old buildings. It's a living testament to Thailand's rich, layered history,
Right.
where every ruin has a story to tell. It's a surreal experience.
Okay.
Feeling
Surreal.
connected to the past that shaped our present.
You know, Patpon, it is of course a surreal experience, thinking about it and imagining it for us as you visited there. And I'm sure it's obviously part of your folklore. What do you know about the connection, Ayutthaya? What do you know in your folklore, in your history about this city, about this empire?
When you really dive into Ayutthaya history, it's like uncovering a hidden chapter of the world story. This wasn't just a Thai city, it was a global metropolis of time. Imagine the street bustling with traders from Japan, India, the Gulf of Persia, and even Europe. Each brought a piece of their world, creating this amazing cultural mosaic. Ayutthaya was where you could find Japanese samurai, Portuguese missionaries, and Dutch merchants all in one place. And this cultural blend influenced everything from Thai architecture to cuisine, blending spices and styles. So when we think of Ayutthaya, it's not just about Thailand history. It's about how this city was a crucial crossroads in the story of global trade and culture. It's fascinating how Ayutthaya's legacy is interwoven into the tapestry of world history.
So, visiting the place, both now and the past, what stands out for people watching this telecast all over the world and here in India? What stands out in terms of the historicity, the architecture, the still extant temples, the ruins?
The resilience of Ayutthaya ruins is what strikes you the most.
Right.
Take a walk there and you will see, despite centuries of history, invasion, and natural disaster, these structures stand defiantly. Look at the Wat Lokayasatharam with this giant reclining Buddha. It's not just about a statue, it's a symbol of endurance. Or the stone grounds of Wat Ratchaburana soaring skyward, defying time. These ruins tell stories of resilience, of a civilization that faced adversities, yet left behind timeless beauty. Every crack in the stone, every overgrown root tells a story of survival and perseverance.
Okay.
Ayutthaya's ruins are a testament to the enduring spirit of Thai culture, standing proudly as a reminder of the past that continues to inspire
Okay.
us.
Oh, but Patpon, how many people are aware? I mean, before we reached out and our conversation began, how many people are actually aware of this connection between Ayodhya, which is the birthplace of Lord Ram, and of course, your current head of state is King Ram X, and of course, Ayutthaya, where you're standing?
The connection between Ayutthaya and Ayodhya in India is more than just a historical trivia.
Right.
It's a thread linking to great cultures.
Yeah.
Ayutthaya is named after Ayodhya, the birthplace of Lord Ramas in Indian mythology, signify a deep cultural and spiritual bond Thailand shares with India. These ties are visible in our religious practices, festivals, and even in Thai epics, the Ramakien, which is our version of Ramayana. This historical connection is fascinating. It's a testament to the flow of ideas, beliefs, and culture between Thailand and India over centuries.
Right.
Walking through Ayutthaya, you are reminded of these ancient bonds, the architectural designs, the spiritual practices, even the stories told are echoing a shared heritage. This Indo and Thai connection enriches our understanding of Ayutthaya.
Okay.
Give it a depth that goes beyond.
Okay, all right. So
spiritual
for
bonds.
people, Patpon, watching here in India, can you tell us about the royal lineage that, of course, currently we have King Rama X. What is the dynasty? How long back does it trace its roots? I'm told Ayutthaya itself is about 14th century, perhaps even before that.
The Chakri dynasty began in King Rama I era. After the fall of Ayutthaya and Thonburi, mark a significant era in Thai history. It's a complex narrative of resilience, adaptation, and nation building. This dynasty, which continues to this day, has seen Thailand through major transformation. King Rama I established Bangkok as a new capital, shaping the early contours of modern Thailand. The dynasty's history intertwined with Thailand's journey through colonial pressures and modernization. Each monarch, from King Rama IV's diplomatic engagement to King Rama IX's development effort, played a role in navigating these challenges. It's a history marked by efforts to maintain sovereignty and cultural identity amidst global changes. The legacy of the Chakri dynasty is visible in many aspects of Thailand, reflecting a history of governance that has been shaped by the evolving context of the nation and the world.
Okay, so you mentioned the Ramakane, which is of course the Ramayana. Have you seen it performed? Have you read stories from it? What do you understand about it, about the story itself?
Witnessing the Ramakien performance is like stepping into a vibrant mythical world. It's not just about entertainment, it's a cultural journey. The Ramakien, Thailand's version of the Indian epic Ramayana, is a cornerstone of Thai culture. Its influence permeates our art, dance, and even the daily life. The performance is spectacular with elaborate costumes, intricate masks, and the fusion of music, dance, and drama that captivates the audience. Its storytelling is very finest, bringing ancient myth to life and connecting us to roots. Its cultural beacons illustrate the values, struggle, and triumphs of the Thai people. It's a unique experience blending mythology, culture, and arts, telling the richness of Thai heritage.
Okay, before we get you that report from Ayutthaya, what about tourism per se in Ayutthaya, both for Thai nationals and a lot of people who visit Thailand, of course, from across the world? But think of other tourist destinations in Pattaya and Bangkok. Ayutthaya itself and its historical tourism, how is it understood and what has been done to highlight it?
Promoting Ayutthaya is about telling the story to the world. It's not just about the ruins, it's about the life that was once thrived there. To boost tourism, we need to think beyond conventional methods. Imagine immersive virtual reality experiences where visitors can walk through the ancient city as it peaked. Interactive exhibitions could bring this city to life, engaging craft, cuisine, and performances. This storytelling through apps, online platform, and social media can capture the imagination of global audiences. And we should also focus on sustainable tourism, preserving Ayutthaya heritage while telling the story of its history. And we can transform Ayutthaya from historical site into a vibrant, educational, and unforgettable experience.
All right. Okay. What do you feel? Just your thoughts on this. Just as a Thai national, what do you feel that we can do collectively to highlight the historical relations between India and Thailand? What more can we do in our present generation?
Strengthening Indo and Thai relation goes beyond diplomatic gestures. It's a vast celebrating our shared history. We could start with joint cultural festivals, showcasing the fruition of Thai and Indian arts, crafts, and cuisine, collaborative academics programs focusing on our shared history, language, and religious studies would foster deeper understanding. And also, co-produced documentaries and exhibitions would highlight our intertwined past. These initiatives would build bridges between our people, fostering deeper appreciation of our shared roots. It's about creating a dialogue that goes beyond official channels, weaving the rich tapestry of the Indo and Thai relations into a fabric of our society.
All right. Okay. All right. You know what, Patpon, thank you so much for just having this quick conversation with us. I want to take our viewers straight to the report you just filed and sent to us from Ayutthaya, just to get a glimpse before we open this up to a larger conversation for people joining us from Thailand to have this forward. Patpon, thank you so much. Here's the report that Patpon has filed, especially for us on NewsX from Ayutthaya. Let's listen in.
This is the temple of the Emerald Buddha, Thailand's most sacred religious Buddhist structure. Around the complex is a 2-kilometer-long wall with murals of the Ramayana, depicting the story of Fra Rama or Lord Ram, the hero of the Ramakayana. The national epic of Thailand and an integral part of Thai culture and art. This is the current king of Thailand, Vajiralongkorn of the Chakri dynasty, known popularly as King Ram X. It was his ancestor Vajiravudh, the sixth king of erstwhile Siam, who came to be known as King Ram. To this day, the king of Thailand is crowned by Brahmins of Gorakhpur and Buddhist monks in a ceremony that is laced with both Hindu and Buddhist rituals. Almost every street in Thailand has a shrine worshipping Lord Brahma, the creator. When you land in Thailand, the airport is called Suvarnabhumi, Sanskrit for golden land. So how does a Buddhist majority Thailand continue to preserve its Hindu roots and influence? The story goes back to the kingdom of Ayutthaya, 3,500 kilometers from Lord Ram's Ayodhya in India. Today, NewsX takes you for the first time to the ancient city of Ayutthaya, where remnants of a glorious Hindu kingdom of Thailand continue to run deep within the ruins.
Behind me are the remains of what were once majestic palaces, bustling markets, and sacred temples. Founded in 1350 by King Ayutthaya or Rama Tibadi I, Ayutthaya was the second Siamese capital after Sukhothai. For over 4 centuries, it drove at the center of politics, trade, and culture, attracting traders from across the globe. Ayutthaya was renowned for its meticulous structure urban layout, marked by the roads, canals, and moats encircling its major building. This design strategically utilized the location amidst 3 rivers and featured a highly advanced, globally unique hydraulic system for water management, showcasing the city's technological prowess during that time. Hindu motifs, inspired by the Ramayana and other epics, are intricately carved alongside Buddhist iconography, illustrating the coexistence and interweaving of these 2 major religions in Ayutthaya history. This fusion of style not only adds to the aesthetic appeals, but also tells a story of the city's rich, pluralistic past. Just 9 years later, in 1991, Ayutthaya, along with other historical parks like Sukhothai, Sri Sachanalai, and Kampangphet, was announced by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. Here in Ayutthaya, you'll find 425 archaeological sites, both within and outside the ancient city walls.
The tradition of Thai kings taking the name of Lord Ram dates back to King Ramatibodi, the founder and first king of a glorious Thai kingdom.
I'm currently standing at Wat Param or Rama Temple, a site of immense historical and religious significance. Here, amidst these sacred walls and towering statues, one can feel the spiritual pulse of ancient Ayutthaya. Wat Param in Ayutthaya represents more than a religious site. It's a historical landmark erected on King Ayutthaya cremation site. The temple's architecture, which is blend of Hindu and Buddhist influences, stands as a resilient symbol of Thailand's diverse past and the enduring faith of its people, inviting visitors to delve deep into his history of Ayutthaya. Despite the vast 3,500 kilometers separating them, it's profoundly anchored in their mutual reverence for Lord Rama. This shared adoration goes beyond religious practices, reflecting in the intertwined mix and cultural narratives that have shaped Thai tradition over the ages. The significance of Lord Rama extends beyond Ayutthaya to Rattanakosin era, which is the current era in Thailand. When King Rama I, initiator of Siam Chakri dynasty, became king in 1782, he chose the name Ramatibodi, echoing Ayutthaya's founding monarch and Lord Rama. This sets a precedent with all following Thai kings choosing the name Rama, showing the enduring influence of Lord Rama in Thai tradition.
The erstwhile city of Ayutthaya is a glimpse into the rich Hindu history of Thailand and how the footprint of Lord Ram extends well beyond India. Bureau Report, NewsX.
All right, that of course was Patpon Sabbaitun filing that report for us from Ayutthaya in Thailand. Patpon, thank you very, very much for making the effort and doing this so that we could present it in the build-up to what is, of course, a very important day. Really appreciate it. Now, let me open up, without further ado, to guests joining us to give us a little bit of conversational understanding. Dr. Pavani Bunsam is Assistant Professor at the Thammasat University in Thailand. I'm told she is currently in Bodh Gaya for the Pran Pratishtha celebrations. Also joining us is Raju Bachumal Manwani. He's been the Secretary of the World Hindu Congress in 2023 in Bangkok. He's the former Director of the India-Thai Chambers of Commerce. He's been in Thailand for the past 36 years, and he's also a spokesperson for the Vishwa Hindu Parishad in Thailand. Good day to all of you from different parts of the world and, of course, in India. Let me quickly begin with you, Dr. Pavani. So what is the uniqueness, particularly of the Ramakian MAMP that is performed in Thailand?
In Ramakian, actually in Thailand, we perform in many kinds of performance, but the original usually in Khon or in mask dance drama, which is the famous one. And this is like nowadays, it's performed just only Ramayana or Ramakian in Thailand. So, and also apart from the Khon mask, in the puppetry or in shadow, the shadow also play in Ramakian as well.
Okay, all right. Ma'am, could you just stay with us? Let me get Raju Manwani ji. Raju ji, you know, like I began this telecast and I said, you know, it's a fascinating realization just landing at Swarnabhumi International Airport. And you know it's not a coincidence. It comes from Sanskrit, right? And the honest truth is, it is slipped from our imagination. An obvious historic cultural link that is going back maybe 1500 years at least. So what has been your understanding of it, having lived there for 36 years? Have you been to Ayutthaya? What do you make of the Garuda, of the Sanskritization in what is 95% a Buddhist country?
Well, Rishabh, first let me congratulate NewsX for doing this wonderful telecast. I mean, bridging the connect between Southeast Asia and Ayutthaya and India in general. You mentioned when you land at Swarnabhumi, you are astonished and fascinated by the name of Swarnabhumi, or a Swarnabhumi as we call it over here. But don't forget that as you depart Bangkok, you are witness to another scene from Indian history and culture, which is a Samudra Manthan. So that itself will give you the deep connect between the cultures of Bharat and Thailand. Now, coming back to your question, yes, I've been to Ayutthaya. I've been there once, long time ago. And going by road and coming back by boat is an astonishing journey. Unfortunately, at the moment, I think it was 1767 around, where the city of Ayutthaya was practically ravaged and the temples destroyed, which is what led to the moving of the kingdom from Ayutthaya to Bangkok. And you talking about the anywhere you go around Thailand. I mean, I came here in 1988, and the roads here are very commonly named. You can easily, if you're from Bharat, you can easily associate with those names. When you hear the language, and language, let me say, coming from Bharat, and everybody over there speaks 2, 3 languages at least. And coming from there, learning to speak Thai is very easy because I would say, if not 10 to 15, if not more percentage of the vocabulary is very common, absolutely common. Plus, if you go to universities, you'll find Ma Saraswati's statue everywhere. Lord Ganesh is celebrated very well over here. Prapi Kanet, as we call them over here, is revered by the Thais a lot. And I will tell you an instance. Last year, we had celebrated Diwali over here, and in one corner, we had kept VHP had arranged, Thailand had arranged a booth with idols of Prapi Kanet, that's Lord Ganesha, Lakshmi, and Saraswati. And within a matter of 2 days, the footfall was approximately 100,000 people. And it was a very small area, and 100,000 people, out of which 95% were ethnic Thais. So that you can see the connect between Indian tradition and the Thai population over here. We do celebrate the annually big festival for Lord Ganesha,
Right.
The Ganesh Chaturthi with a Visarjan at the same time. And there too, we have thousands and thousands of Thais coming and joining us. So that connect is deep, and it's not just superficial, but we really need to use this opportunity.
Okay.
I had this feeling that give me a minute
Yeah,
more, right?
please finish.
Rishabh?
Yeah, please finish.
Yeah. Lord Ram, as the Maryada Purushottam, as we know him, is known for many qualities. And it is these particular qualities that endear him to Thais over here, which is why they see those qualities in the king. Ram is known for is him being a son, a brother, and a king. So these things are what Thais look forward to in a model citizen. And if we can, I would not say sell, but let's say if we can extol the virtues that Lord Ram gives us, and if we can get people not only from our country, but from all over the world to emulate them in even a minor way, even in a small way, if we can succeed to do 10, 15, 20% of what he did, I think the world will be a better place.
No, true that. There is a larger reality of understanding. As I mentioned, classical revivalism, it need not and must not be taken only in a religious context. And I think we muck it up sometimes because that's how we view it. There has to be some ability to take a larger bird's eye view on this. Let me get Dr. Pavni back into this conversation. Dr. Pavni, so what is on that thought of what Rajuji was mentioning? Well, what is your understanding of Ram or the Ramayana itself and the story of good and evil?
In my understanding, in Thai, Ramakien or Ramayana is the epic, and it's like a fantastic story. But in India, I found like Rama is the real person, is the good king, and he virtuous, and he symbolics of like the king, virtual and drama.
Yeah, carry on.
And the symbol of a victory of the good over the evils, good of the kingship of the sacred power of the king, whom is everyone must be obey and serve and show like absolute of loyalty. So this is, I feel like Rama is a real person and the ideal king.
Okay.
And I also
Yes.
think like this is that's why, in Thailand, as the past, we used to be the absolute monarchy. And as like the Rama is might be the symbol of the ideal king, and that's
Okay.
why they
Okay.
follow
All right. So,
got
so
the influence
ma'am,
of
what
the
about Ayutthaya
Ramayana
specifically?
story in
So,
Thai.
yeah. So, what about Ayutthaya? The both the kingdom and the city. Today, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Perhaps the largest complex in the world like this. Have you ever visited, ma'am? What do you understand of it?
Yeah, I used to visit it, but I never performed in Ayutthaya.
Right.
Yes,
Yes.
for that event. So that's why I cannot answer in the way, because I don't have the experience to perform on that place. But I used to visit Ayutthaya many times because of it's like the one of my favorite place in Thailand. Yeah, it's very nice place. Yeah, for historical
Okay.
place in Thai.
All right. All right. Just stay with me, ma'am. Quickly, I'm already tight on time, but I want to get Rajuji back into this conversation. She's me patiently listening to the reports. Rajuji, so I have to ask you about obvious, sir. I had this moment when I was in Italy and ended up in Pompeii, and everybody wanted there to ask me of the places to visit in India. Similarly, sir, I mean, not people, there are thousands of people who come from India to Thailand, but they're looking at Pattaya and Bangkok and, Koh Samui and all these other places. Ayutthaya doesn't, fit into the figment of imagination. People really don't know that the Garuda is a national emblem. It sort of escapes the attention. How do we then say that, okay, if the Thai people come and visit Ayutthaya and Indians come and see the complexes in Ayutthaya, is absolutely fascinating.
I agree with you. I think that's a very good idea, Rishabh. What we can start with is see, the Ramakien in Thailand is written in a very high, absolutely high, sophisticated language, which is not very easily accessible to the people. It's accessible, but it's a bit beyond understanding, if you know what I mean. What we can do is, and I want to put it to my VHP Thailand committee over here, is that we can get a good Thai translation for every generation over here so that they can understand this. And once we have, and now that you have mentioned Indian tourists coming to Thailand, yes, I think what the interest that Ayodhya has awakened in people, they have come to realize what it is all about. I'm sure the Thai government and the tourism authority over here would be very keen to do that. Ayutthaya is a beautiful place to go and see, and it's driving distance. I mean, from Bangkok, it'll take you barely about 80 to 90 minutes to reach there. The roads are excellent, and it'll give a good perspective of what the ancient temples over here were. And let me tell you one more thing. The temples over here are ancient temples. Even the ruins are very well maintained, very clean, very organized. They'll give you an entire history of what happened, where, when. So for, I think, a Bharatiya tourist coming here,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be
Okay,
a
so let's
revelation.
put it
I think
together.
it's a good
We'll
idea.
also do some research. You guys can put together maybe a program. We can publicize it here in India for people visiting Thailand. It's an excellent day trip to make. You said it's an hour or so from Bangkok. It's an excellent day trip to make. Perfect for a touring party just to visit. Quickly, Rajuji, your thoughts, of course, on the Ram Temple about to be inaugurated in Ayodhya.
Oh, I'm so envious of you people sitting in Bharat and we so far away over here. The excitement is so palpable. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps right now. I wish I was there. I wish we could be part of the celebration, but it's not going to be any less over here.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bhartiyas, the Indians over here are absolutely agog. The excitement over here is almost unbearable. Our celebrations have started from a few days ago,
Yeah.
and it continues. You go to every Hindu temple over here, something or the else is going on. Houses are being lit. On the commerce side, let me tell you, the diyas are out of stock in the market. You can't buy
Okay.
diyas
All
anymore.
right.
So we're doing with electronic light.
Okay.
And we have a big program at the Dev
Okay.
Mandir, which is a 100-year-old mandir over here, where we're going to have everything, whatever kirtan,
Okay,
bhajan, the
so
ambassador.
wish you a good time, sir. And now as we've discovered, it's actually not far away at all. It's closer than one can possibly imagine. Raju ji, thank you so much. Also to Dr. Pavani, thank you so much, ma'am. Have a good time in both games. I'm going to take a very quick break. On the other side, we're live from Cambodia. See you in a few seconds.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.